Hi, how's it going? It's Charles Botenston, and today we're going to be reviewing actually one of three books, and I know I've been slagging off on this, but essentially this has to be a new favorite topic. This is what happens to me is that I'll start something, and by the way, I'm in my house, and I'll start something, and if I like the subject, I'll continue on it. In other words, if I like it and I see that it's changing my life, then I'll continue on it. Like I didn't understand social media, and I started reading a lot of books and following a lot of people in it, and social media now is one of my strong spots. So the three books, and obviously each one will be a different video, but they are Millionaire Mind, Mind Power, and Quantum Warrior, which John Kehoe are these two, and obviously Harv Eker is this one. But I'll start with Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and it's essentially a book that I had no idea you can be wealthy in your mind. And the example that he gives, in other words, is Donald Trump lost, what, a couple $1 billion. Yes, he grew up with a lot of money, but he lost like whatever amount of money, like a few $100 million, I should say. He was in debt, like $500–600 million. But his mindset was of that amount anyway, if not more. So his mindset was to make that money, if not billions of dollars. So in other words, if I was in $500 million worth of debt, that means I had to have gotten to a place that I felt comfortable that that was a manageable amount to be in debt. So it's kind of a complicated subject. But in other words, someone that's earning $50,000 a year and they're 35 or older feel that that's their mindset. Their mindset is set at $50,000. And I didn't understand this. I didn't believe it. I didn't think it was true. And then I started reading through the book, and it's really turning your mind around first. So in other words, say you're earning $50,000, that's a result. So you put together say you're working for a company 9 to 5, what you're producing is worth $50,000. Your replacement fee, or your replacement value, I should say, your replacement value is $50,000. And Secrets of the Millionaire Mind essentially turns your mind around that says, what do you want to make? Is it 100,000? Is it 1,000,000? Is it 10 million? Whatever it is, you have to convince your mind first, and then actions will take place. So most people say, I'll take action. So a perfect example, and you see it all the time, are sports players and figures that they come out of college, they grew up in a bad area, and then their contract is 10, 15, 20 million dollars, and then over 2 years they're broke. Or say they don't make it and they blow all that money. Is because their mindset isn't at that level yet. And to be honest, I think the biggest benefit that the NFL, the NHL, NHL contracts aren't as big, but the NFL, MLB, and Kurt Schilling lost $100 million. Mike Tyson lost $500 million. $500 million, $100 million. How do you lose $100 million? Your mindset isn't at that place yet. This book is a must-read. It turns it around. One area that he talks about is called don't have an or mindset. In other words, an or mindset is I can have family or business. And wealthy people say that they can have and. I can have a family and I can have a business. It's always an and. Why not do both? So from there, you actually have to turn it around in two ways. One is in your thoughts, convince your mind, which is your subconscious, and then that goes into your conscious, which then turns into results. So I cannot recommend this enough. It's one of the best books that I read. I actually went down to Miami to go to one of his seminars, and the seminar was good, but the book was better because the book pretty much, it wasn't taught by Harv Eker. It was taught by a business coach, but you have to get around your mind. It's a very uncomfortable topic whenever money is brought up, people are like, oh, I don't want to talk about it, or, I'm above it. At the seminar, they bring up 4 people, the avoiders, people that avoid talking about it, the spiritual ones that are above money, like, oh, money is just money. I don't need money. There's the spender, which is me, and then there is the saver, which is most other people. So you have to go through the book and pick up concepts. To be honest, I think throughout you have to understand 2 principles. One is changing your mindset first, and that money is necessary, not to look down on wealthy people, not to think that they're bad or anything else. A wealth concept they bring up is to talk about net worth instead of your salary. Perfect example, someone's like, oh, I just got a bonus. I just got a salary increase. But really the biggest thing is understanding what your net worth is. And for me, that's interesting because I never thought about that at all. I always thought about my salary, how much am I making? But really it's how much are you saving? How much are you putting into your 401k? And they talk about a financial freedom account, and the financial freedom account is essentially making money for you. You have to think of passive income streams. So this is one of the better books to look at, but I would first start on Mind Power. Mind Power really gets you into the mood, and the mood of thinking about wealth, thinking about yourself into success. So I would start with this. I'm going to do a video about that. So search through the channel, find this. This is also an incredible book. And then pick up this if you're really looking for wealth. So pick this up, Harv Eker. Follow me on Instagram. That's my favorite social media network. Also, YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. And just another concept as I'm reading through this, another concept that he brings up. It's funny, I have all these little goals in the book. So throughout the book, he talks about your money blueprint, and your blueprint is what I discussed before, is that what do you set up for? What's the most amount of money that you make? Bob Proctor, he always says when he interviews someone, what's the most amount of money you can make? He doesn't care about the number, he just wants to know where you're at. So anyway, subscribe to my videos, look at and follow me on Instagram or find me on Facebook, either way. And I'm about to do Mind Power. So talk to you guys soon.